There is a voice inside of you that does not shout, does not argue, does not rationalize. It simply speaks softly, quietly, through the whispers of your heart. This voice is your intuition. It is the language of your soul, the compass of your spirit, the direct line to the wisdom that cannot be taught, but can only be remembered. The world will tell you to trust logic, to trust reason, to trust facts. Logic has its place, but logic is not always truth. Logic is based on what has been, not what is becoming. It draws from past data, past experiences, past conditioning. However, intuition is timeless. It sees beyond what has been. It perceives what is unfolding. It is not bound by linear time or limited evidence. It connects you directly to the intelligence of the universe itself. The reason so many of us feel lost is not because we lack answers. It's because we've stopped listening to our intuition. We drown out that voice inside of us with noise, with busyness, with overthinking, with the endless barrage of outside opinions. We seek counsel everywhere except from within. But no amount of external advice can replace the wisdom that already lives inside of the body, inside of the heart. Intuition is not something you have to earn. It is not a gift reserved for the chosen few. It is your birthright. It is built into the very fabric of your being. You know this because you felt it. The sudden pull toward a decision that made no logical sense but turned out to be exactly right. The feeling in your stomach when something was off, even though everything on the surface seemed fine. The quiet knowing that guided you toward the right people, the right opportunities, the right path, long before your mind could make sense of it. Intuition is not dramatic. It rarely screams. It is subtle. And that is why it takes practice to listen. One of the simplest ways to recognize intuition is to notice how it feels in your body. Intuition feels like expansion, even if it scares you. It feels like lightness, like relief, like resonance. Fear, on the other hand, feels like contraction, like pressure, like heaviness, like resistance. Intuition will invite you into the unknown, but it carries a sense of clarity. It may not tell you every step, but it will tell you the next one. And if you follow it, if you follow this call of your excitement, step by step, it will always lead you into deeper alignment with your inner truth. The challenge, however, is that intuition often contradicts logic. Your mind will tell you this doesn't make sense, while your intuition says this is the way. And in those moments, you must decide, do you trust the limited evidence of the mind or the infinite wisdom of the soul? This is where trust, presence, and surrender come in. Because intuition does not give you the full map. It gives you the next breadcrumb. To follow it, you must stay present. You must trust the whisper, and you must surrender your need for certainty. Intuition requires courage, because when you truly follow it, you will sometimes disappoint others. You may walk away from what looks safe and step into what looks uncertain. You may be misunderstood, even ridiculed. But the path of intuition is not about pleasing others. It is about living in alignment with your soul. And the deeper you trust it, the more life begins to open in ways you could have never imagined or planned. The beauty of intuition is that it strengthens the more that you use it. Every time you listen and act, you deepen your relationship with it. Every time you ignore it, you weaken that trust. This is why stillness, presence, and practices like deep breathing and meditation are so powerful. They quiet the noise long enough for you to hear the whisper again. Because intuition doesn't compete with the chaos. It reveals itself in the quiet. So if in this moment you feel uncertain, you feel lost, if you are standing at a crossroads wondering which way to go, stop asking everyone else for directions. Turn inward. Breathe. Ask your body. Ask your heart. Ask the stillness within. Then listen, not for the loudest voice, but for the truest one. The one that feels like resonance. The one that feels like home. Because in the end, intuition is not just about making decisions. It's about how you live your life. It's about living from the inside rather than the outside in. It is about remembering that the same intelligence that spins the planets and beats your heart is guiding you too. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to know every step. You just have to trust the whisper, stay present with what is, and surrender to the unfolding. And when you honor it, you honor your soul. And when you honor your soul, life begins to unfold with a grace, a magic, and a flow that could have never been planned or predicted. Go on, feel it, live it, trust it. This is the way.